You're watching Q in the streets. Q in the streets. Said you're watching Q in the
It's Q in the street. I love everybody here. They've been good to me.
It's Tashina Arnold, and it's Q in the street.
I love that. For Q in the streets, you need to make sure you go to his bio right now and click that link, okay?
What's up, y'all? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Q. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Q. Back in the building with another video. Before I start, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and click that notification bell button down below so that you guys can get my videos when I upload them. Happy Monday. Another day in quarantine. How y'all holding up? I see some of y'all heads out there looking bad. If you look like me, sound like me, it's like 11 o'clock. I'm still lounging. I done worked out, but I'm usually like up and moving and doing stuff. But I was like, let me just catch up. Sidebar, shout out to every single person who showed me love this week. During my birthday, I had a blast. That's another reason why I'm still lounging. This 27-year-old body is not the same body that it was at 21. So I am in recover mode. But shout out to all you guys who just showed me so much birthday love. Thank you guys for that. If you want to show me some birthday love, go in the description bar and grab my book. Grab my book. Please grab my book. And I have some shirts down below as well. Let's get into the Come Up New York episode 5, season 3 called Drinks and Links. Shout out to Karan and Gemini Films and the producers and the production and everybody else behind the scenes over there. Another job well done with the levels of the show. I feel like every scene that Karan usually gives us always has levels to it. Like, you gonna get some drama, it may be something sad, it's gonna be something funny, it's gonna be like, there's always levels. It's just not like, you can always tell with some producers, they're kind of like a one-trick pony, and Karan isn't that. So as a producer, I thank you, because I always see the colors that you put in your scenes, and I just kind of see the way the cast arrives and how it just kind of fluffs it up, and I appreciate that. So with that being said, we start this scene off with Mitch and Justin. They meet up for the first time since they had to throw down in the hallway at Montel's event. They both look adorable. I wanted to say at first, I was just like, what made y'all meet up? Because I feel like if I'm beefing with a person, we just fought like, what, yesterday, day before yesterday, a couple of days ago. When I see you, I probably want to get to that head one more time. So I don't know what made y'all meet up, or if everybody was drunk, because it looked like when everybody's sitting down, everybody's pretty much having a come to Jesus moment. Everybody's saying like, hey, to be honest, I drank more than I should, so I probably was a little bit more turned up than I would have normally been, so I do apologize. Shout out to Mitch apologizing to Justin first when Justin actually threw the first blow. However, that's the petty side of me calling it out, because I've seen everybody else calling it out. On the flip side of that, I am glad that you guys made up, but I think for me, I probably wouldn't. I mean, even though things escalated because everybody was drinking, I don't know. It probably would have took me a little bit more time. That's only due to I hold grudges a little bit. So even though I probably was a little bit more turned up, I probably would have been like, well, you know what? I probably had a reason, but that's just cute. So maybe I have a little bit of growing to do. But on the flip side of that, sorry y'all, it's the morning time, so that's why I still sound groggy and I look sleepy and all that stuff. But anyways, on the flip side of that, y'all will make a really cute couple. I know last week I said that Ken and Chance will make a cute couple, and I still think they do, even though I think they're best friends. I think that Mitch and Justin, I don't know why in that particular scene, they just look like a cute little young couple to me that I would be like, oh, they're cute together. So anyways, they move past, they get past their drama. Their drama's gonna come back up in just a few, but we have some guests to arrive to the party. So we have some of my faves come in the door. We have O'Neal, who I love. We had Ken, who came in. Ken, you had me crying in this scene, and I'm gonna get on you in just a second. And then we had my boy Chance, who showed up as well. Chance, I love the jumper on you. That was super cute. Ken, you in this sweatsuit was the funniest thing to me because you came with I could just feel your energy. I don't know if nobody else was paying attention to you while they were watching the show, but for some particular reason, I don't know if because I was kind of looking at you sideways because you already know how I feel, but I'm just kidding you, baby. But I don't know why my eyes were on you, but I could just see like your energy was like, okay, I'm kind of ready for whatever. So where are we going with this? And it was just like when everybody started apologizing, it was kind of like, and so it was kind of like, and then to see you have on a sweatsuit, it was kind of like you showed up ready to thump, and that's what just made it all funny to me. Chance was super shocked that Mitch apologized. Chance was super shocked that Mitch apologized because Chance was just like, you said when you see me, you was going 1, 2, 3, you was gonna slap me, you was gonna dish, you was gonna do that. So Chance showed up pretty much looking Mitch in the face like, all right, you already know what I'm trying to see what you giving. Cause you already heard in these streets, Lil Birdie's been around here chirping, saying that you gonna put your hands on me, that you gonna do 1, 2, 3. When you see me, I wanna see you do what the hell you said you gonna do. When he got to the table, Mitch apologized. I just really feel like Mitch didn't like the way that he saw himself in that moment. But what I can say about Mitch is he's from an older crowd to me. And when I say older crowd, it seems like he's a little bit more mature than some people in the other group. Like some people may pick on the fact that he wears turtlenecks. I think he looks great. But a lot of people I did see in the comments was like, oh, he dresses like this and he does this and he does that. But I just really feel like Mitch was in a place where he did not like the way that he made himself, his family, his friends, his brand. Nothing about him looked. So he came in very apologetic to like apologizing to just like everybody. Like, listen, no matter who's right or wrong, I apologize. And that's why I feel like he was like kind of throwing everybody off. I do feel like everybody had a drunk night. So everybody's just like, listen, we all as a group just had a crazy night. Let's just try to move past it. Everybody's good. And we good. So it feels like everything is going into like a smooth, okay, I was like, okay, well, that everybody's in a good place. That sums that up. O'Neal, when I tell you, you showed out this episode, you showed out. I don't know if you had an extra little drink prior to taping, if you came in like, I'm going to let these people know what time. I don't know what these little strings is on his head. I don't know if you was just like, listen, I'm about to let these kids know what time it is. This is I don't know what was happening with you, O'Neal, but it was just like, and I love you. And I found out you have a boyfriend, so I'm going to stop throwing my little, I think you handsome comments. I still think you're handsome, but I won't make them like, over. I don't think I did, but anyways. I did see on a live or something. Oh, yeah, and I'm going to get on you on my tail about that live, too, in just a second. But I do see that I heard that you were in a relationship, or you said, for like 3 years and some change. So I think that's dope. However, back to what we was talking about. O'Neal. Oh my gosh. I feel like this episode, if you don't like clean it up, maybe I feel like you probably put a bad taste in everybody's mouth because I feel like you coming from Mitch. Okay, so before I ride you just a little bit, O'Neal, I'm going to get to where you're going. Because you threw one shot at first and you was just like, okay, so you don't have to fight anymore. You don't have to press charges anymore. And everybody was just like, whoo, pressing charges. Like, I don't know. I don't know if that's like a New York thing or if that's like maybe a young thing. But like everybody was just like flabbergasted, like because Mitch put out there like I'm gonna press charges, like I was physically assaulted and 1, 2, 3 and whatever else he had to say in his police report or whatever he was going to say. Everybody felt like, oh, he's pressing charges. We're not cool with him. So for O'Neal to say it just kind of just made everything like because he had just apologized and Mitch and Chance was just like, okay, cool, boom, we good. And then when O'Neal said like, well, you don't got to press charges anymore, it just was like, okay, well, it just made Chance like immediately like, What happened? And so O'Neal, I don't know. To me, it was good TV, but it was just like, was it slightly kind of starting to stir the pot, slightly messy? Like, that was a little shot at Mitch. Okay, so we let that one go, right? So we kind of just move along in the scene. So everybody just apologized, and it was just like everything went downhill from there. So let's talk about the pressing charges thing real quick. I don't know if this, like I said a second ago, if that's like a young thing, but everybody was just like, oh, we don't do pressing charges. We don't do pressing charges. We don't do pressing charges. Let me say this for the older crowd out there, for the adults, for the 25 plus, 30 plus, anything, baby boy. I am too grown, too old to be out here still whooping up on hoes. I will call the police on you. Baby, I don't have time, unless I really want to get to you. But like, if you're just out here, like, just blatantly trying to do crazy stuff, I'm gonna hit you in them pockets, because I'm a father. I'm trying to be a husband. I'm a son. I can't be putting myself in harm's way. I'm a brand. My face is a brand. My voice is a brand. You know, everything that I do represents me. So I can't be out here putting scratches and stuff on my face. And people in the work field, workplace, people who got real jobs can't be going to work with patches and stuff across all their face to be out here in the streets proving a point, who got families and kids and stuff. People will press charges on you. So I think the older y'all get, y'all mindset might change a little bit about that. But let me tell you something about me. Don't come around me with the foolishness. I will shoot you. I do not have the time to be playing with children. Now, I'm not saying y'all. I'm just saying, like, in general. You know what I'm saying? Because as I'm watching, I was just like, I kind of can see where they're coming from, like a brother code. Like, you know, we get into it as friends. Like, I'm not going to call, you know, just to kind of get my friend in trouble. But, like, some random, like, what? Baby, we have a situation down. Yes, I want to press charges. Yes, that's why I keep lawyers and stuff on retainers. But anyways, y'all not that group of crowd, so we're going to back it on up and we're going to stick by the code of the show, okay? So, O'Neal, so this is the second time we felt like you was pressing Mitch. You brought up this whole singing situation. So it's kind of like, okay, you know, we've all heard Mitch sing, and then, you know, it's just kind of like, it was just a little bit unnecessary. O'Neal, you know I love you, but it was just like, that was a little shady, messy, stirring the pot-ish. It was just like as a viewer, O'Neal, honestly, it looks like you were gunning to him for a certain reason, and we feel like it was because of the pressing charges. So it was kind of like, okay, I found somebody who I can gun at. That may be it may not. As a viewer, as someone who loves you, it just put a bad taste in everybody's mouth. And when I say love you, I mean love your spirit, love what you bring to the show, you know, stuff like that. I just like to clarify stuff. But you know, it also, O'Neal, it also looked like slight bullying, just a little bit, because it's kind of like, oh no, it's what I made you. You know, so we just have to be cautious, because you don't want your brand to be wrapped up around something like that. And I'm only trying to give advice. Okay, I'll move on. However, Mitch was kind of keeping up in the scene, though. He was just like, listen, because O'Neal, O'Neal, this is why I say you don't want to come off a certain way, because it made it show you slightly in an immature light. Because when you were just like, well, how many because when Mitch was like, well, I did it for my fans, it had nothing to do with you. You was just like, well, how many followers do you have? And it's just like, in the real world, it's just kind of like, no matter how many followers do you have, that doesn't that's not equivalent to actual funds and being, you know what I'm saying? That's not actual worth, followers. That's like a cherry on top. That has, you know what I'm saying? So that's why, as we just was like, But anyways, we're gonna move on along, because I feel like my review is taking too long and I'm dragging. Montel shows up. Him and Justin are going back and forth. Justin. You know I love you. You know your big brother Q loves me some you. I think with this type of crowd, with this type of platform, with the type of person that you are, with the type of person that you are going to have to learn how to pull back your feelings and emotions and put all of that stuff and put it in a jar and put it up on a shelf, and you pull it out when need be. When you're in situations like this, already because of the type of group that this is, you're already walking into a very different situation with a different type of crowd, if I can be honest. And so for you to come into this type of situation, you just have to be very mindful. And so I feel like you're great for the show. I love you. I think you're dope. But for the people, for the fans to be able to love you, you're going to have to kind of tone back and just kind of sit sometimes. I felt like in that moment, Montel did come, in my opinion, I love Montel, but I feel like with people like that, if you don't know them, that's just how they talk, that's just how they are. So for you, it maybe seemed like he was coming at you or being aggressive. Montel, that's just how he delivers. And everybody else at the table was cool. And everybody was just like, well, why are you turning up? It's okay, he's just talking. Like, so you just have to give people a chance to learn who they are and everything like that. However, me, Big Brother Q, I would have loved to see you say like, well, Montel, that's not the energy that you gave me in the Instagram DMs. You know, I reached out and apologized. You said okay. And so I don't understand that why we're having this conversation now. If you're looking for a moment, we can do that later. But while like, if you would have handled it like that, you probably would have stirred him up. Or if you would have just heard him out. Because once I heard him out, because at first when Montel walked in, I was like, oh, he is doing the most a little bit. But when he walked outside and he was just like, no, I asked Chance. I said the same thing to this one. I said the same thing to that. I was like, okay. Like, my family's like that. My mom talks very aggressive. She's very hard. I'm a very direct person myself. Sometimes the way I say things don't come off. So I grew up with a lot of people like Montel. So to me, he's like my baby brother or like my baby sister. So I know people like that. That's just who they are. But it's just kind of like, once you get to know them, it's kind of like, oh, child, that's just how they talk. Like, that's just who they are. But stand your ground and don't let nobody walk over you. But at the end of the day, I feel like you're going to do great, but I feel like once you calm down and kind of saw what everybody else was like, okay, I feel like you kind of snapped in. I was like, okay, Justin, I feel like you're going to do great for the show. So hopefully you kind of just stay low and ride it out, bring on some modeling stuff, and we kind of see some different things come from you this from the remainder of the episode. Why I'm talking about Montel, come through for the confessional look. Whoever got you together got you together. Come on. We want you to keep it consistent. We want you to keep it consistent. I got a question. When I say keep it consistent, I mean for the remainder of the season for his green screens. Why we ain't seen no green screens from Montel? Because when I saw it, I was like, oh, okay. I was like, have I been missing Montel's green screens or something? Or have I been asleep? Or am I just getting something wrong again? Y'all let me know, because y'all know y'all will let Q know when his ass is wrong about something. I'm glad Spanky and Chance had a conversation outside. They did what they did, so I'm not going to bring it back up. I'm glad you guys are back on good terms. Montel, again, seeing you doing your commentating and in the environment. First of all, you doing it in the microphone and holding that plate of food was an entire mood for me. That was everything. Outside of that, it was good to see Montel in an element and in a light that was different from what we usually see from him. And we can definitely see the come up from Montel. So to be honest, if it's one person, I can probably pick 2 or 3, but Montel is definitely probably the number 1 pick. For me, is probably one of the more MVP shining stars of the show. It's just kind of like the one where he's very direct, but it's kind of like we kind of see where he's coming from. He's being better. We're seeing him do better. We're seeing him be positive. We're seeing him, being the come up, and that's what the show is about. So shout out to Montel. Shout out to him commentating. I would love to see him do it in person, because I am far from a commentator, but I have chanted in the club you know, it was great to hear New York because I've been to New Orleans, so to hear their style versus what you did, and you know, I think Precious and a few others down there. So I would love to kind of just hang out with y'all and hear it and see it in person when I come to New York. So y'all hit me up, and you know, we'll figure out something once this quarantine is over. Sidebar, I did see O'Neal and Montel going back and forth this week on Instagram. I was gonna like talk about it and break down a video and all that stuff, but I didn't want to do that because I don't want to start no stuff over this page. I just want to kind of just keep it about the show and stick to that. So what I will say is I think that you guys are going to bring a great reunion. So I don't know if you guys are going to be like online, virtual, or if y'all going to do like an Airbnb and break people off in rooms and whatever like that. But I think the people, Karan, definitely want to see a sit down between O'Neal and Montel, the two OGs of the show. Just and especially for O'Neal and for both of them, just OGs of the platform, you know, period. Just kind of see them sit down and see can they come to a common ground. But anyways, I'm not gonna dive into that. We're gonna keep that for the reunion. Hope you guys like the review. Make sure you guys continue to like, comment, subscribe. If you cast members, if you guys have product, shoot it to my DM. I would love to support y'all of whatever. I don't care what it is. If it's downloading a single or if it's purchasing something. Slide it in my DMs or slide it to me on YouTube so I can purchase it. I will buy it, whatever. Or if you want to send me one just to promote on my channel or something, I'll do that too. But send it to me so that we can promote and we can, you know, put a little coin in y'all pocket. Anyway, shout out to Karan and Gemini Films for bringing us another great episode. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's your boy Q. I'll see y'all later. Peace.